now in the Black Box. Whoa. With Spider Loke, Most Easty, aka BJ Keyway, and the Google Gang. Let's
go! Listen.
Gratitude is the attitude. Show is a blessing. To be back in the Black Box. Black Box.
Relax, roll up as we randomly react to content in these YouTube streets. Yeah. It's time for R&R.
Smack with Nip Hustle. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the Black Box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.
All that. The constant, consistent, continuous content creation campaign continues. We still selling these 7 C's. We at Trench Talk channel. Go follow up, Trench Talk. This title is Oak Park, Sacramento, Savage Street Wars, Bloods versus G Parkway, and the rise of a legendary hood. I ain't really, Bloods versus G Parkway, Savage Street Wars, Blood. I don't know what G Parkway is, but I got some like history with Sacramento and by way of SIBO for those that know. Got a rapport with Brother Lynch. Mozzie, my favorite rapper. So just in general, the Sacramento title kind of caught my attention. And I thought we might give it a react. So with no further ado, let's see what these people up in Sacktown have been up to. Bay Area and back down. Up in the Sacktown. Really is where I put my Mac down. Give me love.
From the mud to the rise, yeah, we built it on the grind. Trench talk, real talk, leave the fake ones behind. We don't fold, we don't break, every move we define. It's the code from the trenches where the real ones align.
Yo, what's good, YouTube? Today, we're diving deep into the gritty streets of Sacramento, straight into the heart of Oak Park. This ain't your average neighborhood story. This is about survival, street wars, and the rise and fall of one of Sacktown's most notorious hoods. Oak Park wasn't always like this. Back in the late 1800s, it was Sacramento's very first suburb, a spot built for families looking for a slice of the good life just outside the city hustle. It had theaters, shops, even its own amusement park called Joyland, and the streets were full of blue-collar workers grinding.
Now, this ain't even AI, and this nigga couldn't do enough of his due diligence to go get some Oak Park pictures, because that's Fig Newton. He might be in Sacramento for, that's Fig Newton, cuz from Denver Line, Los Angeles, California. Let's go, though.
For their families. But as the decades rolled on, the Great Depression hit, jobs dried up, and the neighborhood changed. When other parts of Sacramento locked out black families with racist housing rules, Oak Park opened its doors, becoming a hub for African Americans and other minorities looking for a place to call home. But with the good came the bad. The construction of Highway 99 in the 60s literally split Oak Park in half, cutting off businesses and opportunities. The area got hit hard by poverty, and by the 1980s and 90s, the streets were flooded with drugs, crime, and the kind of violence that would put Oak Park on the map for all the wrong reasons. Gangs moved in, and the Oak Park Bloods, one of the oldest sets in Sacramento, rose up, making these blocks infamous across Northern Cali. But yo, Oak Park ain't just about the gangs. This hood's got history, real black history. Before the Bloods, you had the Funk Lords, and even the Black Panther Party had roots here, fighting for the community and holding it down when times got rough. Through riots, police battles, and street wars, Oak Park's people never gave up, building a legacy of resilience and pride that runs deep in Sacramento's DNA. So buckle up, because we're about to break down the history, the street politics, the wildest beefs, and what Oak Park has become today. From the OG days to the modern grind and everything in between. Let's rewind the clock. Oak Park started over 150 years ago as Sacramento's first suburb, built for the middle and upper class, with beautiful Victorian homes and a vibe straight out of the American dream. Picture this: tree-lined streets, grand houses, streetcars rolling down Broadway, and families spending weekends at Joyland Amusement Park. Back then, Oak Park was the place to be, full of promise, pride, and prosperity. It was a tight-knit community where neighbors looked out for each other and local businesses thrived. But by the 1950s and 60s, that dream started to crack. the city began to change, and so did Oak Park. White flight hit hard. Families with money packed up and moved to the brand new suburbs popping up around Sacramento. Businesses followed, leaving behind empty storefronts and lost jobs. Then came the construction of Highway 99, which cut right through the heart of Oak Park. That freeway didn't just split the neighborhood physically, it tore apart the community, isolating the east side and making it harder for residents to get to work, shop, or even see their friends and family across town. With the money gone and the community in transition, Oak Park turned rough. The streets that once echoed with laughter and music now saw boarded up homes and rising crime. The city's neglect meant less investment, less opportunity, and more struggle for the people who stayed behind. The neighborhood became a landing spot for families pushed out of other areas. Black, Latino, and Asian families looking for a place to survive, but also bringing their own hopes and hustle. By the 80s, the crack era hit Sacramento like a tidal wave, and Oak Park was right in the center of it. Drugs flooded the streets.
Crack, they say crack like it dropped out of the sky from Mother Nature. Man, crack came from the people. That was poison gave to us. That was like leaving roach motels or rat poison around on my mama.
Addiction soared and violence followed close behind. With the chaos came the gangs, Bloods and Crips from LA, bringing their colors, their codes, and their own brand of street justice. Oak Park quickly became a stronghold for the Bloods, especially in 3 sections that would become legendary: 4th Ave, 33rd Street, and 12th Ave. These sets came together to form the Oak
4th Ave banging.
Park Bloods, also known as FAB, 4th Avenue Bloods, or 612, a name that rang out in the streets and in the headlines. Leading the charge was a man named Nigel Collins out of Pomona, who brought that raw LA energy and helped organize the sets, giving Oak Park its reputation as one of the most feared and respected hoods in Sacktown. The streets changed forever, and Oak Park's story took a turn that nobody could have predicted. Now, Oak Park ain't just about the Bloods. The gang politics in Sacramento are messy and complicated. Bloods beef with Bloods, Crips beef with Crips, and sometimes the lines blur with hybrid gangs mixing both sets. But Oak Park's main rival? That's G Parkway, also known as G-Mob or the Stars. Unlike Oak Park's Bloods roots, G Parkway's origins come straight out of Oakland, California, and they don't play by the same Blood Crip rules. G Parkway is a hybrid crew, rolling with both Bloods and Crips, but their loyalty is to their block above all else.
I think Fresno function like that. Like they have a gang, and it's Crips and Bloods from the same gang. I could be wrong, don't nobody shoot me. But if you're from 559 and you can add some insight in the comments, let me know, does that exist?
Not just their colors. G Parkway's story is different. Their members mostly moved from Oakland to Sacramento's Parkway neighborhood, bringing their own style.
I remember that was when I was a young nigga coming up, going to prison, and becoming familiar with the concept of OVGs. That's my first education and introduction to understanding how the OVGs was structured too. Crips and Bloods. It's like now they kind of like people, nobody acts like they really want to remember that. Very few older people be like, yeah, I remember, but now a lot of people try to act like it wasn't like that. But I can recall the time where OVGs was understood by a lot of people that had Crips and Bloods from the same hood.
Of street organization. They formed the G-Mob to defend their turf, and later rebranded as the Stars or G Marble Stars. This crew is tight-knit, connected to Oakland's gang culture, and fiercely protective of their territory. Their alliances cross traditional gang lines, making them unpredictable and dangerous. Besides G Parkway, Oak Park also has beef with other Sacramento neighborhoods like Del Paso Heights and the Garden Block Crips, but none of those rivalries hit as hard as Oak Park versus G Parkway. This beef is legendary in Sac, known for its intensity and long history of violence. Think of it like Chicago's O Block versus 63rd Street beef, but with that West Coast flavor, fast, brutal, and unrelenting.
I don't know how it is in Chicago, but I know in LA, and it seemed like Sacramento was same exact shit with their gangbang shit. This is a culture that a lot of people don't get. They see all the violence, the death, and they think like, oh, it's a lot of anger. But this be the dynamic. It be a beautiful day. See how I look out there? They came to have fun, video day. They out there hanging. But imagine they in a video shoot, any other reason. Just you had a grill going, big dice game going, kids outside, nigga walking to the ice cream truck every time it pull up, buying every kid some. There's females around, music playing, black people having a great time. At these type of functions, there's an element in that crowd of certain individuals that at the greatest moment where everything is beautiful, they don't try to infect the whole crowd. It's just certain crews. It's not even like you have to twist nobody's arm. After they have a few drinks, hit a little weed, or if not, they could be super sober. Just this energy, even when everything's going good, nobody's done nothing, there's been no beef, they're not mad. There's a whisper like, I want to go put in some work, let's go get active, let's go get cracking, let's go slide, let's go do something for no reason. And guess what we do? We're going to find a whole nother situation of black people doing the same type of thing we doing, having a great time, buying ice cream, barbecuing, fun, not hurt nobody, they not mad, and go do something to them. That's the culture. I don't know if that's how it be. I be seeing they be like, oh yeah, that we killed in St. Louis, we killed in New Orleans, but it seemed like that's why we have so many years of a lot of unsolved, because there's no, usually when you want to solve a case, you go look at the motive and who said what and why they did it. Out here, it was a culture of there is no motive, there is nothing, everything was great, and then just outrang fires. There's no evidence. That's why you got cameras and all that, and they just got to put the pieces together now to find out what happened. And when you get down to it, there's still no motive. In these other situations, it's be motive. Oh, he paid this, he ran off with that, he didn't like him because of that. Out here, it was just like senseless, no reason at all.
Rivalry has sparked countless violent incidents over the years, from shootouts at donut shops and house parties to drive-bys and ambushes on the streets. For example, in 2004, a G Parkway man named Michael Cherry got caught up in Oak Park territory and was shot while trying to escape, sparking more tension. In 2005, Oak Park's David Perkins was killed in a shootout linked to the beef. And in 2007, a deadly shootout at a Del Paso Heights party left a 16-year-old Oak Park member dead, escalating the war even further. This beef isn't just about colors or traditional gang lines. It's about territory, respect, and survival. Both sides are fearless, ready to throw down at any moment, whether at a club, a party, or just walking down the street. The hatred runs deep and has passed down to the next generation, with rappers like Mozzie representing Oak Park and CML, Lavish D, repping G Parkway, turning their hood stories into music that echoes their struggles and pride. So when you talk about Oak Park, you gotta understand, it's more than just a blood set. It's a battleground of complex alliances, fierce rivalries, and a street war that shaped Sacramento's underground for decades. June 16th, 2004. It all kicked off when Michael Cherry, a known G Parkway member, rolled into Oak Park territory. Tensions were already sky high, and Cherry found himself under heavy pressure, what the streets call getting pressed. As the situation exploded, Cherry tried to make a run for it, but he got shot during the chase. In a desperate move, he jumped into a garbage truck and ordered the driver to get him out of there. Shots were fired all around, but the code of silence held strong. No snitching, no talking. The cops couldn't pin anything on anyone, so charges got dropped. But make no mistake, this incident only turned up the heat on the beef, fueling more violence and retaliation. July 28, 2005. The war escalated when Oak Park Bloods, including a young and ruthless hitter named Miguel Enriquez, rolled up on their rivals. Shots rang out in the night, and the streets ran red. G Parkway's Eric Young was killed in the crossfire, and another member, Malcolm Brewer, was seriously wounded. Miguel Enriquez became infamous after this hit. He's been locked up ever since, but his name still echoes in Oak Park streets as a symbol of savage loyalty and deadly precision. This event marked a turning point, showing that Oak Park wasn't backing down and was ready to take the fight to their enemies. January 17, 2007, 3 Oak Park teens made the fatal mistake of walking into enemy territory thinking maybe they could handle the situation, but words quickly turned to fists, fists turned to bullets, and the violence exploded. Oak Park's own Lamar was dropped cold by G-Mob's Lil Stay, who later got sentenced to 50 years to life for the hit. This wasn't just another gang fight. It was a brutal reminder that the war was deadly serious and crossing into enemy blocks.
Okay, this must have been a Mozzie, Fig Newton, YG function, because unless these pictures are from different times, because that's YG in the picture.
Meant risking your life. The reverberations of this hit sent shockwaves through both crews, intensifying the already burning rivalry. March 23, 2007, one of the darkest days came at a party in Del Paso Heights, where a wild shootout broke out. Bullets flew indiscriminately, and innocent lives were caught in the crossfire. Among the victims was Monique Nelson, a mother who tragically lost her life right in front of her child. This wasn't just gang business anymore. It was a community tragedy. The violence
being involved in family, and they go do your own work on X-Rated and his charges and his legendary case of what he did over 20 years for. They gangbanging been like crossed the lines. They gangster shit been on another level out there on my mama.
Spilled over beyond the gangs, leaving families grieving and neighborhoods mourning. This incident sparked outrage and calls for peace, but the street war kept raging under the surface. These are just a few of the savage stories that paint the brutal reality of the Oak Park versus G Parkway war. But the saga doesn't end there. The streets also birthed legends. Rappers like Mozzie, Oak Park's own rap kingpin, who turned his pain and hustle into music that put the hood on the map. On the flip side, G Parkway star CML, also known as Lavish D, rose up from the same chaos, telling his side of the story through raw, unfiltered lyrics. Their music immortalizes the struggle, the loyalty, and the savage spirit of these neighborhoods, showing the world what it really means to live and survive in Oak Park and G Parkway. So yeah, the beef was real, the battles were deadly, and the legacy, it's still alive, etched into the streets, the music, and the hearts of those who call Oak Park home. Fast forward to today, and Oak Park is changing fast. Gentrification is hitting hard. Old homes are getting flipped, new businesses popping up, and the vibe is shifting. Some see it as a comeback. New restaurants, higher home values, and a new crowd moving in. But for the OGs and the families who've been here, it's a battle to hold on to their roots. Community groups are fighting for affordable housing and to keep the culture alive, even as the city pushes for more development. So what's Oak Park now? It's a neighborhood caught between its savage past and an uncertain future. The gangs are still there, but so are the dreamers, the hustlers, and the families trying to make it work. The story of Oak Park ain't over. It's just another chapter in the saga of Sacramento's realest streets. If you like this deep dive, smash that like button, subscribe for more savage street stories, and drop a comment if you want to hear about another hood. Stay safe, and remember, the streets never forget.
Play no games, we get cracking. We ball, we be shooting and passing. Nigga, we stand tall like what's happening, nigga. We don't never do no lacking, nigga. What's happening, nigga? Active, don't play no games, we get cracking. We ball, we be shooting and passing. Nigga, we stand tall like what's happening, nigga. We don't never do no lacking, nigga. What's happening, nigga? It ain't no I in the word team, we got us. It ain't too much, but I promise it's gonna be enough. Knock 'em down like duck hunt. Niggas know what time we on, or you a fly ass nigga? Well, it's the no fly zone. I used to care about that bitch until she did me wrong. Ain't had a nigga like me, bitch, I was your backbone. A gang of bitches in my contacts, I'm back on. Mafia alone, Mafia strong, I put the max on. We still steppin', Mafia loyal to all the troops, and we still reppin'. Nigga, blame it on my roots, no question. So if you need me, I'ma pull through. And if I had to call the game, the niggas pulling up too. Riders like Infant G and Tiny MD. Big Dub, Tiny Dub, and can't forget Big G. Baby G, Big Slim, always chunkin', Big M's. Lil Mac down my bro, can't forget about him. Active, don't play no games, we get cracking. We ball, we be shooting and passing. Nigga, we stand tall like what's happening, nigga. We don't never do no lacking, nigga. What's happening, nigga? Active, don't play no games, we get cracking. We ball, we be shooting and passing. Nigga, we stand tall like what's happening, nigga. We don't never do no lacking, nigga. What's happening, I'm a man of my word, ain't going back and forth with none of you nerds. Been on them blocks, hanging out on them curbs. This shit ain't new to me. Bang like Shaq in the paint. What they gonna do with me? These niggas try their hardest to rap. I do this shit with ease, raised by G's, like Rooster and Uncle Freeze. I was like 15, shooting dice on my knees off the porch. Hanging with bangers, fuck playing sports. But shit, we full court pressing. Get him off the court, stand up nigga. Squabble and I blam triggers. Gotta prove shit to none of you niggas on my soul. I'm hands on. The homies whipped him, he was in the wrong. Shoot at us, we shoot back, I call that ping pong. My feel strong, I can't tell you when this shit gon' end. But for the moment in time being, I'm all in, shoot 10. The homies know I'm down to hang with him, bang with him, and ain't gon' change. I'm that same nigga, active, don't play no games, we get cracking. We ball, we be shooting and passing, nigga. We stand tall like what's happening, nigga. We don't never do no lacking, nigga. What's happening, nigga? Active, don't play no games, we get cracking. We ball. We be shooting and passing, nigga. We stand tall like what's happening, nigga. We don't never do no lacking, nigga. What's happening, nigga? Yeah, that. We active, nigga. Free Tiny Max. Yeah, that. Double M gang. A to the A to the A. Yeah, that.
Neighborhood Net Hustle. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.
It's the homie cook-up boss, goddammit, Cub Low. And y'all tuning in to the Wake and Bake Show with goddammit the homeboy Spider Low.
Here with SPI, the realest nigga in LA.
Spider this bitch!
My nigga Spider Low.
Spider Loke, nigga.
Spider Low.
Spider Loke.
Spider Low.
Spider Loke.
Spider Low.
So Spider looks at me because we go back to the juvenile side of the county.
What the fuck?
My nigga.
Spider Low.
Spider Low. Shout out to SPI, that motherfucking nigga.
Spider Low, Wake and Bake. Better keep it Google, nigga.
Loke is in LA somewhere doing what he's doing.
In the words of Spider Loke, on my mama's mama.
Spider Loke's gear. This is Bay Mac.
Nate Blood, C-Mac. Shout out my Loke, Spider Loke, huh? Nate Blood, on hood. It's a beautiful world. You fight me? Fight, cred.
Point blank, do no subliminal dissing. When I listen, I can tell you never been on no mission. Sticking to the script, don't care if I offend you. Neighborhood crib, the marathon
I overlook my competition, never seeing them. I done trained my mind that I'm going. You could tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss. A east side millionaire, homie, what you thought? My life is a movie. They can't get close to me. They mad cause they can't be. I'm everything that they wanna be, yeah.
You are now in the black box. Whoa. With Spider Loke, Most Easty, aka BJ Keyway, and the Google Gang.
Let's go!